Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Valtopia. Hey, honey, it's Val Crips, your boss bitch, creative, woo, shamama, priestess. I'm the one who's gonna get you into your next level because you're not doing it. You are doing it, and there's part of you that wants to go further, wants to go deeper, wants to go higher, wants to go more you. We want more you, and that's what I help you be and do and live in your life. And today's topic is kick-ass. It's so good, especially right now after we've been through the holidays. Your comfy zone is not your cash zone, baby. No, it's not. So share this, and I'm gonna share this to my free group, Valtopia. Let's get it started, honey. Woo! I'm excited because I'm about to take my babies out to the desert and go see my parents. How are you guys doing? Tell me what's up. All right, so let me load this in and get some crew on here. Hey, Nietzsche. Hey, Joanne. There's my ladies. You feel me on this topic? Your comfy zone is not your cash zone. No, no, no. All right, let me load this up. I wish it was faster. Facebook, make it easier for me to share before I go live. How about that? How about that? Oh my God, as soon as I go live, like I got messages, I got text messages. Everybody's like, hey, you're live. Let me talk to you now. I can't get this video to load up. What's the deal? All right. This is really good. I want you to watch this. I want you to let me know if you're watching the playback. I want you to let me know if you're new to me and you're like, what? Who is this lady? I want to know. All right, I'm starting a watch party. And my page. Is that on my page? Yes, on my timeline. And then I'm going to share to Valtopia too. So I want you to let me know if you're watching. So many people have a cold, Joanne. Well, that took so long that everybody went away. Oh well, you guys will be back. All right, so let me load this up here. I'm ready to go. Come on, everybody. Sorry you have a cold, but you know what? There's a lot of purging and release going on, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of that cold, my mom has one too, is just letting emotions and old stuff go. You might be experiencing it in your gut. You might be experiencing it in your nose. You might be experiencing it different ways. Let it flow, let it go. Let it flow, let it go. Anything you can do to drink a lot of water, anything you can do to express and identify the emotions will allow you to release that energy and have a better feeling in your body and being, right? All right, yay, I'm finally finding the button to share in Valtopia. We can get started, honey, woo! All right, so here's what I want to talk to you guys about today because it's coming up. It's coming up. This is where all my topics are from my clients, from my community. And today's topic is, the comfy zone is not the cash infusion zone. And I've talked about this before, and it feels like it's time to talk about it again. And I really want this message to be out there and for us to soak it up and feel it. Here's the message. You can heal. You can heal. I put it in quotes because we're not unhealed. We just have, I always like to think of it more like we have all these layers on top of us. So we can lift off the layers and experience that, what that is, which can be stressful, taxing, difficult, emotional, deep, raw, real, life-changing. You can go through life-changing transformation and make money at the same time. In fact, the transformation is what will bring you more of what you're looking for in your life experience. I've experienced this. I've experienced this with my clients, and I've seen it in my community. And I think there's a story that people have that keep them from moving beyond their comfort zone because they have experienced sickness or drama or issues when you try to do this work, when you try to develop parts of yourself that are undeveloped and that you've never had as much luck with some of the parts of you that come more easily. So let's say you're really good at setting up systems and strategy, you're a boss bitch, you got your business running, you're making $15K monthly, And you also are awakening in your intuition. You also are getting these hits for your clients. And you're being called to like listen to more unusual things, and it's actually opening you up. Maybe you're feeling and knowing things that you weren't really open to before, and you're wanting to incorporate that part of you in your entire being because you're being called to. But there are parts of you that are like, last time we did that, you know, we got really a flu, or last time we did that, we ended up dipping way down, and not gonna do that again. Not gonna let go of the reins and do this work for myself because it will jeopardize everything. But meanwhile, you're lagging. Meanwhile, you're stalling. Meanwhile, you're not making the goals that you want. And now you're starting to sort of beat yourself up and feel anxious because you're being called to shift. And part of you is like, your ego is tripping and like, no, you can't do that right now. That'll mess up your bottom line. You know what's messing up your bottom line? Your lack of strength and focus and devotion to yourself. We are always changing. We are always growing. We are always evolving. And you're allowed to shift and grow. And in fact, you're being invited to. And it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. And the discomfort is going to lead to the kind of shifts within you and your life and your business that's going to allow you to actually get into what you've been calling in. Because in the state that you're in right now, where you're actually being invited to do something, you know you're ready to do it, but there's parts of your body and your mind and your being that's like, I don't know, I can't. Obviously, if you're coming in to work with me, you're like right on the edge. You've already worked through a lot of that fear, and now it's just that last step, and everything in your body. I've had clients who sign up with me who everything in their body is like freaking out. I'm not worried about that. I'm really good at helping you work through that. The energetic reaction towards, you know, your egotistical, your ego reaction, your inner child, your fearful body, you're the one who wants to protect you, will react every time you want to shift. The more you do it, the more you're aware of it, the more you're allowed to change the way you up-level in your life. So doing this work to push yourself out of your comfort zone and beyond, using parts of yourself that feel like defunct and incapable and letting them become integrated into your body and being and allowing you to be a more cohesive, integrated, commanding, certain, confident, cash infusion type of leader. You're not sitting there with a facade running an operation that no longer aligns to your growth, right? You're allowing yourself to grow as a person, as a leader, and that is what is pulling you into the place that you want to go. You come first. And your ability and devotion to your own leadership and growth and knowing and trusting yourself to strengthen these parts of you that are being called to be a part of you, even though maybe I'm feeling someone's throat go tight right now. Maybe your throat goes tight, or maybe your solar plexus feels like somebody's stabbing you, or maybe your mind kicks into overdrive, or maybe anxiety swells even more when you think about doing this thing, but you know that you want this to be a part of your experience. If you resonate, I see some hearts popping. Tell me how this resonates for you. Tell me what is maybe, it's in the throat, yeah. Well, the throat is the witchy wound. If you guys are feeling stuff in your throat, I talk about this almost on every live stream. I am gifted in feeling people's energy, emotion, and where they're locked in their energy body as it relates to your life patterns and choices you're making. And I see the energy on all the dimensions, and I'm able to shift it with you and teach you how to do that for yourself. That's like the most insane, amazing skill you'd ever need as a boss bitch, as a person. And I've worked with so many, I see that I have a definite process that allows each of my clients to move through that space of being where you doubt your own ability and you're not quite sure how to use those parts of yourself, to knowing them and expanding them and having a whole different life experience, because you're a different person. You're a different person when you release these fears and doubts and confusion and fog, and really bring those parts of you on board that have been fucking with you and your bottom line. You feel me on this? How do those parts fuck with you? What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about, like, let's say that you are, I've had clients who did maybe they're a chiropractor or massage or a nurse, and they were a medical intuitive. They were starting to pick up on diseases and malfunctions in their client's body. And that's coming through for them, but they're following a traditional method and they don't quite, here you are being gifted, your natural gift to know what your client needs that could change their life. And you're not doing it because it's unconventional or you're not quite sure. Fucking own that shit and let's develop it. You change the world with that. Your intuition, your knowing, your inherent understanding that feels a little goofy and awkward right now can be tuned into, develop powerfully, and support you to grow your life and business so powerfully. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Annabelle. Hi, Keisha. And so I'm inviting you to explore parts of yourselves that might feel like that you're being drawn to and that will change the game, but everything in you, like you're ready. I'm not looking for people that are fighting. I ain't convincing you at all. I'm working with people that are ready, and yet you feel that apprehension and you're not, your higher self knows, but you're having a visceral body reaction to this work and decision you want to make for yourself. Trust me, when you come in to connection in the work we do together, that body stuff will start to move away, whether it's through what I say to you, the action we invite you to take, or the actual energetics of my shamama gifts. I'm able to tune in with you and release a lot of inflammation and reaction and teach you to do that time over time. And so, do you guys have any questions? Let me see, where's the watch party? Oh, Nicole's on there and I missed you. Hi, Nicole, are you still there? You feel like you have the potential and you feel like you have this amazing idea that needs to blossom for your business, but you feel stuck, confused, and can't even think clearly. Nicole, are you on? That's exactly who I'm talking to. I'm like, yay, she's there. Okay, and I feel all this throat energy. Who's got the throat bubble here? So, Nicole, do you identify this confusion as a feeling in your body? Or are you having emotions associated with that feeling of being stuck and confused? And what are you gonna do about it? Because you have potential and an amazing idea that wants to blossom for your business. That's your guidance. What most of us do is receive amazing guidance, especially if we begin to open up and expand. And then we immediately go, nah. Who does that? Right? You have this fabulous idea and you're like, oh, that's the idea, and everything in you goes, yes. And then the immediate, like maybe within a second, you go, oh, I can't do that. That's too weird. Or I don't know how to do that. But that would change everything for me. I want to do that. How many? It's within your body for sure. I feel like something within me wants to expand, but I'm not acting on it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you who are watching this and identify with Nicole, your body is telling you you can't do it. It's bullshit. Are you gonna do it or not? Because you're the decider. You're letting each one of you that are identifying with this, and there's no shame in your game. It's part of our structure, and this is why the gifts that you have need to come through, because you're gonna teach others along with yourself how to let you be the decider along with God, the universe, instead of your mind. Your ego mind, a lot of people are letting their ego minds and their fears and this body response stop you from huge, big, wonderful things that you actually were born to do and be. That's how passionate I am. You are born to do and be this thing. And others that you are meant to connect with are like not activating until you do. Just like I had to go through my shit and show up, right? And now there are people who have expanded into their lives and become millionaires because I didn't hide and run from fear of responsibility. I was terrified to take responsibility as a coach when I started. Who the fuck was I to guide somebody else? I'd been in the film business for years as an artist. Well, guess what? I'm really good at what I do. It took me a minute to get over my own fears, insecurities, doubts, my ex-husband's fears, insecurities, and doubts, my family and community's fears, insecurity, and doubts. I stayed the course. I'm staying the course. I'm here. I'm showing up every day, changing my own life and illuminating others, because I'm get through that body fear and that confusion and the things that are hard for me to do. I hire people to teach me to do that shit, because I'm so resistant and so good at a lot of things. I'm really good at lots of things. So stuff can come easily to me. And some of the most normal, basic shit that you need to do to run a business escapes me. So I hire people that are really good at that shit to keep me in line. Well, those of you that are coming to work with me are the opposite, or somewhere on some extreme. You're finding parts of you that you want to include in order to run the business of your dreams. You hire someone. Hire someone to help you do that. That's what I do. Nicole, tell me do you want to tell your idea, or do you want to talk about how important this is to you? Let's work through this. Let's work through this right now on this video. And I want you to go, let's see what we can. I have solutions, from a free meditation on my website to a $22 abundance awakening to a $222 bundle to obviously the best and most rapid deep immersion to work one-to-one with me that will change your whole life and business. Because this is a 90-minute deep dive where we really tuck into what I'm talking about, and we are going to address the tight throat, which is a witchy wound. We're going to open up the chest panel of panic. We're going to open up that heart that's been on lockdown. We're going to address the lower chakras. And when you open up and align and stabilize all of that, your own access to clarity, not confusion and fog, clarity, lets you be a more decisive and certain, confident person. Guess what makes money, babe? Confidence, certainty, and commitment to yourself and to what you're bringing through. That's what we all were. That's magnetic as fuck, right? The knowing of what you have and the clarity of it, and not feeling this split energy where a part of you is like, fuck yeah, and the other part's like, oh, hell no. So here you are trying to talk to your clients, and it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, oh, hell no. Right? We got to get it to where it's all a fuck yeah, and everybody goes, oh yeah, right? We get into this alignment and this focused energy of ourselves, and we begin to change the game. So I want to tell you again about my incredible offer. I have a couple. When you apply on Valtopia.com, I will receive your application in Gmail, and we'll decide which one's best for you. The one that I'm describing first is the Glow Up Activation. This is such a great option for the beginning of the year. We're going to do a 90-minute deep dive, like I said, and then you have 6 weeks of virtual support daily. And the reason we have this is when we're working through this type of body trauma and this type of resistance, it's a fucker, and it wants to keep coming back. So even when you have the 90-minute deep dive at night, that's going to change a lot for you. You're not going to have the same perspective about who you are and what you do after the 90-minute deep dive. You're just not. I have clients who are like, I went to go think about that ex-boyfriend and I can't, it's gone. Or I went to go think about my mother-in-law and it's just gone. You can clear those attachments. But then the work is the day-to-day of dealing with the people around you and your actual situation that you've created for yourself in this moment in time that isn't aligned to what you desire. You wouldn't be coming to me and wanting to shift this if you didn't have a change you want to make, right? And so that's where the day-to-day work comes in. And I have a coach who rides my butt and keeps me in line, and that's what you're going to have from me. I'm consistent, I'm here, I'm with you. So you're not only getting the healing, the energetic and physical body healing and support, you're getting mindset, we're looking at your business, we're looking at your life, we're looking at your relationships. We're making changes. It's a 6-week immersive intention, immersive shift. And let me see what Nicole is saying here. I'm a virtual assistant that I feel like I have to build my business and hire a team. But for some reason, I'm being called to do something different. This may sound crazy. I love the this may sound crazy ideas. Please come to me with your this may sound crazy ideas. It's not crazy. Nothing's crazy to me. The more crazy, the more it's real, right? Hi, Janet. May sound crazy, but I've been having this strong feeling like I'm supposed to help animal wildlife organization in rehab. I just don't know how to go about it. And that's where my ego kicks in and gets scared and throws it out of the window because I feel like, who am I to do this work? Perfect. Who are you to do this work? You're being called to it. You're being called to it. Why are you being called to it? Just like randomly? No. All right, so what like when you first think about it, do you get super excited? And then when you think about it, you go away from it, right? So these callings are real for us. And the who am I to do this, that was me a few years ago. And look at me now, right? It doesn't matter if you have that feeling, who am I to do this? That's just ego tripping. So Nicole, what do you want to do about it? How are you going to work through that resistance you're creating for yourself? Like you're sort of trusting that, who am I, instead of like the first impulse, which was, look at this thing I want to do, right? So I'm clearing this throat energy right now. There we go. So once you have the 90-minute deep dive with me and we begin to go through the daily Voxer shift, every week is a different level of release and regeneration. By the end of the 6 weeks, here's the outcome. You will be clear, you will be certain, you will be confident. That's the number one thing that comes through working with me. Absolute certainty and confidence in yourself that doesn't go away. I have clients who don't come back and I see them and they have colored hair and they're hugging on their husbands that they haven't been, when they first came to me, there were problems. They're living up their life. When you release these layers of resistance that you didn't even know were holding you back, you have a different approach towards your day. And that's why we have the daily immersion in the Voxer. You're learning new habits. You're learning new ways of speaking. You're learning new ways of addressing what comes through you and implementing it. And that is why then you receive cash infusions, new clients, difference in your life and your business, because you're actually taking the inspired action that you wouldn't do before, and you're becoming and evolving and being the person that for a long while you've been dreaming of or calling in or thinking about, but you haven't had the courage or the know-how to do. You don't need to know how. You need to decide that it is what's calling you, and then decide that once you take the action to get the help to release the resistance in yourself and really embody the energy of this thing that you're becoming and really figure out what is it calling me and who am I working with and why am I doing it? How am I going to do it? We work through all of that. And all the shit that comes up that says you're not allowed to do it or I'm to do this or that, we work through all of that. We move through it so that at the end of the 6 weeks, not only are you the person that's embodying the thing you wanted to do, but you're receiving more clients, money, it's all shifting. So if this is for you, you are a powerful creative entrepreneur who is, maybe you're making 10, 15K a month and you've been stalled at that for a while because the system you're using is not allowing this idea that you've been coming into to grow. You feel like you can't mess with what you have going to grow into this new version of you that you really desire. That's bullshit. That's a lie. And we're going to do this. You ready to do this? Go to Valtopia.com, fill out the application. I will be in Gmail. I'm driving out to the desert and then I will look at it when I arrive. If you want to know about the bundle or the other stuff because you're not ready to come work with me one-to-one, it's a 5K paid in full for the glow up activation, and the other program that's 4 months goes up from there. So that's those of you that are like, I want this and I'm ready to go and I know what the result is in the other side, go sign up. Go sign up. All right, I'm gonna pull a card for the whole collective, and then my kids thought I was coming at 9 o'clock, so I had to get my ass in gear. I was busy signing contracts this morning, right? As are my clients, which is super exciting. Oh, that throat chakra. Is that you, Joanne? You think that's the problem you have, Joanne. You don't know what your resistance is or why. Well, Joanne, you've been watching me for a while, and we talk about this every day, and I have low-cost resources you could use to clear that resistance and find out more of who you are. I'm inviting you to take that action. It's there for you. There's like, if you don't know what your resistance is or why, then you want to delve into it. What are you feeling? What does the feeling mean? Like when you were saying your throat chakra's tight, well, that's probably a witchy wound. So have you done the energetic clearing to release the attachments to some of those terrifying stories that are probably embedded in your DNA that say, don't even stand the fuck up. You're gonna die, right? You're gonna die. We get scared. It's like legitimately so. We have memories within us that tell us like, and we look out in the world and it's like, ooh, and people tell us don't do that and all this. We create our reality powerfully, consciously, with command and presence. We decide. And in that decision, we create. You're a powerful creator. And what you think about, what you decide, and what you be is. That's all there is to it, right? So we can either sit in the comfy zone and look at ourselves, feeling ourselves, the ourself that we want to be, and feel like it's out of reach, or we can fucking do something about it. That's all there is. I had to do it too. I was terrified in my old life. I was literally terrified. I was scared of my husband, which is stupid now. We get along fine now, and he's a great dad, and it's not stupid. The dynamic in our relationship, we both triggered each other into these really awful places. It wasn't aligned, right? But in the moment I was there, it felt so real to me. That felt like my reality, and that felt like all I could ever have. And that I had created it, and that was what I had to settle with. That was where I was. I had to be afraid of my own husband and how my kids were being rude and crazy, and I was like, this is not my life. Guess what? Not my life anymore. It wasn't easy to change, but I did it day to day to day, doing the work of moving through out of my comfy zone. Over and over again. I'm still doing it. Still getting up every day and diving into the uncomfy zone to become the me that is saying, this is me. This is who I want to work with. This is what I want to do with my life force. This is what I want to look back on. This is what I want my kids to see of life. Nicole says, I'm definitely going to check out the things you offer. I love your positivity and motivation. Kick ass, Nicole. Go check out Valtopia.com and download the free meditation and listen to those. Listen to the bongos I did yesterday. I show up live almost every day. Come join us in my free group, Valtopia. Join me on Instagram. Like my business page. Turn on notifications. We're doing this. All right, here's today's reading, you guys. Why do I give you these energetic readings? I read the collective. I'm an oracle, I'm a channel, I'm a transmitter. I don't know if you guys know about the concept of being a transmitter. I receive and transmit frequencies, part of my being. And so when I do these readings, if you tune in, you can have a knowing of what energetic, emotional things are coming up in the collective. Then you can be prepared and you can take steps to address that within yourself. So let's take a look at what's going on. The first one is get clear. Get clear. If you feel foggy, if you feel confused, if you don't know what your resistance is, get quiet and clear. Begin to know what you feel like when you're peaceful, when you're grounded, when you're quiet. And I can tell you, as someone who's been through like a lot of trauma and confusion in my life because I didn't know who I was or what all this was happening was for me, I didn't get myself. It was really hard for me to get quiet at first because it was like when I would get quiet, it was like the noise was crazy. People were screaming at me and I was like, you know, like those of us are really powerful and empathic and have these powerful gifts that we're meant to bring through. There is a breakthrough. And it feels like it's gonna break you, and it does. It breaks the persona and the identities that aren't aligned with you being the person that channels through this information. Let yourself be broken open. Let yourself become something else. You can't stay the same anyway. Nobody does. Reflect on your journey, where you've been. Get into action. It is in the action that the change effectuates. So many people don't change and they're like waiting to manifest the money to change. That ain't gonna work. It doesn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that for me. I'm not sitting here because, suddenly the money came and manifested and then I was able to. In fact, I had a stash of money for a while, and that kept me in the comfy zone, and I didn't make the kind of money I wanted to because I was comfy. When we're not comfortable, we're pushing into new places and we grow. Let yourself grow. All right, so get into action, take the leap, do the thing that scares the fuck out of you, but that your eye and your heart and your sacral chakra and your womb says, yes, this is the thing. It's important, back yourself and do the thing, okay? Mindset is everything. It's all about your mindset, okay? And clairsentience, that's a lot of you that follow me are empaths. Meaning you pick up on other people's emotions and energy. You're highly aware, you're highly sensitive. Maybe you're a perfectionist, people pleaser because of that. These are all traits that are really fucking powerful for leaders, and you just want to learn how to get out of your comfort zone and shape them into the powerful tool set that they are. It's such a gift when you know how to read the energy and be fully in and of that, okay? Kick ass. All right, one last question card and then I'm going to get on the road. I really can't wait for those of you who are, I love seeing your applications come through Gmail. And I love talking to you on the phone once your application comes through. And, our clarity call is like a coaching session, We get into it right away. Keisha says, thanks for this. As I'm listening, I have a strong intuition of an offer for my group to offer now for this week only. Put your group, Keisha. Y'all go check out Keisha. She's an incredible tapping queen and has a beautiful group and is dedicated and offering powerful money, life-changing ideas, okay? Why am I successful? Ooh, why do I accept my sexuality? I always love it when that card comes up. I'm like, All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like this video, share the video. If somebody shares this video, tell me you shared it, and when I get to India, I'll pull you one of these question cards in your messenger. Share the video for me and say why you want to share it. Like, not because I'm going to get a card, but what you love about my stuff. And go to valtopia.com, download your free meditation. Let me know how that goes for you, if you enjoy shifting the energy. Check out all the offerings. And I can't wait to work with each of you that are fully dedicated to your transformation and integrating your creative spirituality into your life and business so you can get out of your comfort zone and fucking bring in some cash infusions and have the impact that you so desire and you're meant to. I fully believe in each of you. Own your frequency, supernova. There's nobody like you. See you next time.